All right. Well, good morning again.
Good morning.
So anyway, yeah, I just wanted to jump right into it. I think, well, I kind of like to start off if you can just give me a little bit of background on outside agents. I know you've been around a long time. I was looking at your website today. It looks like started in '92. Do I have that correct?
Yes, yeah,
So,
my aunt and uncle started in 1992 with
wow.
a couple of credit cards and a pocket full of hope.
Okay.
Pocket full of hope's become kind of a theme for us when Steve and I took over after my uncle passed and the Great Recession and all that stuff. We were down to $10.62. Doug,
Yikes.
I shared my last cheese sandwich with my cousin and now business partner, Steve. It was like that.
Wow.
And we've been blessed beyond anything we could ever have imagined to have grown to be, well, the top dog in the host industry. I still kind of pinch myself about that. Uh, but the history is founded very much on being fundamentally human. We have a team, we have a family, we have a crew, we have a group of people that work together, and we're greater than the sum of our parts. And that's something I try to share with our agents as well.
Fantastic. Um, So 50 years, actually, we celebrated our 50th anniversary in 2022 as well. So we have that in common.
Wow. Wow,
Yeah,
that's amazing. I know I've been doing business with you for, God, I can't tell you how long.
for quite a while. We appreciate it. And actually, this is the first chance we've had a chance to meet. So
This is
I'm glad
great.
we're having this opportunity. So Outside Agents started off as a host agency, started off as a retail agency, and grew from there.
Okay, so check this out. Yes, we were a retail agency. At one time, we had 30 agents in
Wow.
cubicles. You know that stereotypical travel job we all dread. Okay, you got your 6x4 little box and off you go,
I
right?
did it for about 5 years. I know.
Yeah, yeah, it's a sales job, man. It's tough. And then the Great Recession started happening, and luckily, I'm pretty good at dimes and nickels. I'm not so good at the big numbers, but I know when I missed a penny and I'll go find it. And so we started kind of unraveling our operations. And Doug, to be honest with you, as the economy was collapsing, here, I'll do it like this: as the economy was collapsing, outside agents was starting to grow. It was not profitable.
Okay.
I still remember writing down 10K on a whiteboard. We had one employee at the time. And she says, "What's that?" I said, "That's $10,000 in commission, which means that you and I get paid this month." Okay,
Wow.
literally, I signed up our first agent. His name's Bob Aiva. Our second one, Leslie Beach.
Hmm.
The point is, we've done this like the true American startup. Whole lot of work, whole lot of hope.
Yeah.
And we learned a lot along the ways. So we're not one of these people who went to Harvard, came in and decided we wanted to start a travel business.
Hmm.
Rather, we started a travel business and kind of wished we'd gone to Harvard, but we learned all that stuff along the way.
Terrific. And at what point did you transition from retail into the host agency model?
Well, as luck would have it, as retail was imploding, uh, the Great Recession was happening, and guess what? People were looking for side gigs, right? They wanted to
Yeah,
make a
yeah.
little money. And that was very much to our advantage because we're the least expensive, highest reviewed host in the industry today. So they kind of gravitated towards us, understanding it was going to take a minute to build their business.
Hmm.
Um, by that point, we were down to 2 retail agents. My aunt and I and Steve are all on the phone, taking all the reservations we could, right? Um, we still have those 2 agents, Julie and Josh, been with us
No kidding.
for a couple of decades. They work
Wow.
inside. Why would we toss away, the entire retail operation, right? And having 2 frontline agents who do this all day, every day, that are available to our agents to coach them through things is a huge advantage. I mean, we don't compete with our agents or anything like that, but
Hmm.
that transition from retail to host occurred almost naturally because of the
Sure.
environment we were in. We were just lucky enough that we were kind of starting to build in that direction anyway. We just had to accelerate it. So I would say by 2012, we were pretty much a full-blown host.
Okay. Fantastic. And today, I don't know if you share these numbers. How many outside agents do you have working with you under your
We
host
have
banner?
we have over 6.
Wow.
No, I'm kidding.
Fantastic.
We're coming up on 8,000 agents. And Doug, I want to
Oh, I thought
clarify
you meant 6,000, and I thought that was good. So yeah.
but I want to qualify that. A
Okay.
lot of hosts will tell you, they got umpteen million, whatever. Okay. These
Sure.
are active agents. You sign
Mhm.
up and you work. And if you do things, you get to stay. If after 6 months we haven't heard from you or seen you and you haven't been in there, we deactivate your account because I never want to be Comcast. I don't want to take money from you for something you're not using. Uh,
Gotcha.
so, we kind of turn you off eventually. So those are 8,000 active agents. In fact, I want to share a really important statistic. Last year, we created $62 million a year agents,
Mm.
which
Wow.
is kind of remarkable.
Yeah, that's
And we
remarkable.
brought our agents per month. So the percentage of agents per month that are actually selling something is now
Mhm.
approaching 50%. Go
Good.
ask any of my competitors what they think about that number, and when they regain consciousness, they'll tell you that it's pretty awesome. So we're really focused in on the agent. Okay, the numbers I care about are the dollars per agent.
Sure.
The organization's dollars, yes, that matters. That's my paycheck.
Of course. Right.
But
Right.
my paycheck is fueled by my agent's success, so we stay hyper focused on that.
Absolutely. Great. So what you mentioned your competitors, what sets Outside Agent apart from those competitors? What makes you unique, different, more successful in terms of productivity of the agents?
Bella, and
Bella.
people like Bella. Okay, I'm very
Not
blessed to
only
have.
me.
I'm very blessed to have one of the coolest crews in the world today. And I use the word cool on purpose because I think we all at
Mhm.
this age know what cool means, and she embodies it. And so does every member of my crew. They're there to help because they want to, not because I have a big old stick. There's a saying I heard on Walking Dead. I hated it, but it was I'm not very good at cracking a whip, but I can swing an axe. That's not
Okay.
our approach. The thing is, once you're part of the family, you stay part of the family. And what we find is that good people get that.
Mhm.
And all of a sudden, we're greater than the sum of our parts. Another key differentiator is my name's Chad. My extension's 210. My business partner's is Steve Maraca. His extension's 312. With 8,000 agents, Doug, we still take phone calls every single day. What does that tell you? That should tell you that we're doing a pretty dang good job overall. Otherwise, I would have to bow out of this call to take another angry call from an
Yeah.
agent,
Right.
right? So
Right. Right.
also, when we say we're your business partner, look, everybody says they love you. Everybody says you're part of the family, all that great stuff.
Mhm.
We mean it. We're here to do things. Your success is our success. Yeah, that's very cliche, but at the end of the day, one of my favorite things in the world, Bella will testify, is me seeing somebody who is staggering, stammering, trying to get going, and all of a sudden the light goes off. I get
Mhm.
so excited about that. So
Good.
I think it's our personal investment in what we're doing that helps us stand apart. That
Okay.
combined with the fact that we're a recognized innovator in the industry, we got Hall of Fame award from CLIA for innovation. Tells you our technology is cutting edge and very
Yeah.
important, and
Right.
most importantly, very user friendly. Okay, I can
Cool.
make all kinds of cool stuff, but if it has 2 million switches, nobody's going to use it.
Right. Right.
Okay,
Right.
so we're always trying to find that balance between power and simplicity. Sometimes we go a little too far on power, a little too far on simplicity, but we're always tuning it. And then finally, I would say a key differentiator is we don't believe in training at all. We can
Right.
train a dog. I
Mhm.
educate people. We bring
Right.
out, that's from the Greek educe, bring out. So I want to give you information so that you can derive wisdom. You know what I mean?
Sure.
I can show you
Yeah. Yeah.
stuff, but
I
then
got
what
you.
can you go do with it?
Right.
So we're very pragmatic, very practical, very hands-on. And I think those four factors combined um, really contributed to our success. That being the cheapest in the market, but mainly the qualities I just described.
Great.
And real
Um,
quick, let me talk about our pricing just real quick. Okay, so
yeah,
it's
sure,
21 or $41.
absolutely. Okay.
My margin, my profit margin on that is 36 cents per month per agent. So multiply that times
Hmm.
8,000, and
Yeah.
boy, that's a whole lot of money, right?
Hmm.
We might do $1 billion this year in sales too, so it's not as much
Wow.
money as you think. My goal is to deliver as much technology as I possibly can
Mhm.
within that financial framework. At the end of the day, the technologies we deploy are designed to expand your business, grow your business, improve your business in the ways that you want.
Okay, makes sense. So who's the ideal candidate to be part of the outside agent host network, either on an agency or an agent level? Is it a seasoned, experienced agent? Is it somebody new to the industry, a combination of both?
I need entrepreneurs. I need people who get that this is a business. Yes, it's travel. Yeah, it's fun sipping a Mai Tai at your office on the beach, right? All that's great.
Absolutely.
At the end of the day, this is a business. We sell widgets. You must do
Mhm.
that better than others. So I
Sure.
want somebody who has heart, okay? Somebody who has gas. They give a
Mhm.
shoot, okay?
Mhm. Yeah,
They
yeah,
have
sure.
to have that energy. They have to have some sense of drive. Now, they may not know where they're driving. We'll help them with that. That's what we're here to do, right?
Right, right.
Um, but I think, Billy, you'd agree that energy, heart, a willingness to be coached, and a willingness to coach, to interact, take risks with each other.
Mhm.
Show somebody something that's almost ready for prime time and get their
Gotcha.
feedback and accept it, not as criticism,
Yeah.
but as help. At the end of the day, everybody needs some help. I've been doing this 20 years. I know marketing like the back of my hand, and
Mhm.
I still ask for other people's opinion.
Sure.
So it's that
Makes
heart that
sense.
we're looking for.
Yep. So that includes fresh, young, inexperienced agents, bring them in, train them or educate them, as you say, on the product,
Yeah,
teach
we
them your
take newbies
technology. So
to
you're
veterans, and we have different programs available for both of them. Look, if
okay.
you're a seasoned veteran and you want to talk to somebody who's got, I don't know, 30 years experience, Steve and
Mhm.
Dan are available. They're there. If you're in the middle and you're trying to figure out how to get your email triggers to work, I'm your
Mhm.
geek. Okay. If you're just getting started out, we have a whole mentoring program with agents who have been in their shoes, literally started their own independently contracted business, did it for 10 years or longer. Then I talked them into coming to work for us. So you have those resources. What I've run into though is that sometimes your veterans are a little closed-minded. So if you're a veteran, you got to open your mind. There's new stuff going on. It's cool. If you
Mhm.
don't like it, it's okay. At least you looked at it. And
Sure.
for you new
Right.
people, a little blind faith goes a long ways. Look, I'm not going to ask you to do anything just to make you look foolish. I'm going to ask you to do something because I think it's going to help you succeed.
Right. Makes a lot of sense. Um, you mentioned technology. Your embracing of technology. Before we got started, we talked a little bit about AI and the role that that's going to play moving forward in the travel industry. I know you have a new AI product that you're anxious to speak about, so why don't we jump into that?
Okay, sure. Let me kind of predicate this with something.
Sure.
Oftentimes, we think that us geeks are trying to save you time. We're not. We're trying to help you reallocate your time to things that are more important. Okay, so for example, we've got My Booking Genie, which is a microsite generator for groups, right? And it collects all your client information, dates of birth, spelling and names, payment information, credit card authorization, all that good stuff,
Hmm.
so that you can get off the phone collecting 16-digit numbers and back on the phone talking to Aunt Sally about her diabetic needs, and making sure that cousin Tommy and cousin Billy aren't next to each other because they got in a drunken brawl last year. And all those little human details you can
Hmm.
focus on. And that's the value that you represent. Nobody cares that you wrote down 16 whole numbers for them and made a payment. What they care about is that Aunt Sally got dessert that night.
Hmm.
Okay, so technology is kind of born and bred into us. Now, recently, we just deployed our new marketing center. Can I share my screen here?
Yep, you are.
Okay, so
Yep,
you can
we
see
see
the
it.
Royal Caribbean.
See Royal Caribbean March 2023 offer. Yep.
Okay, awesome. So for example, in our marketing center, we realized that y'all needed, promotional bundles. So each week we go out and to our vendor partners and say, hey, give us something cool, give us something exclusive, give us something noteworthy.
Mhm.
and then we put it here for you. Then you click on details. You see all your offers. You've got videos available, and you can download your marketing pack. Now, in your marketing pack, you're going to have all kinds of good stuff. And I already downloaded one, so we didn't have to wait all day. But let's say it was the Royal Caribbean. Okay.
Yep.
When you downloaded it, what you would get is all of your posts for Facebook
Fantastic.
and Twitter and Instagram ready to go. And then we even give you a consumer flyer that you can use.
Mm.
All fully customizable as you. That's pretty cool. But you can get that from the marketing center from the vendor too, right? What we're doing is we're bringing it all together, giving you the education, the support materials, email content, and all that kind of stuff all in one place. Because Doug, we have to understand not just the price point, but the value of the overall offer. We need to be able to discuss it. So we give you all this in one spot.
Okay.
Then we give you suggested text and posts on there. Now, luckily, Bella is our social media maven and expert, and she will tell you that duplicate content's the best thing in the world, right? If you want to fail. Okay, absolute number
Okay.
one thing you can do to fail, duplicate content. So why on earth would we give you this?
Mhm.
I don't know. I'm a writer. The scariest, most angry thing I can look at is a blank page when I'm trying to find an idea. Okay, so this is definitely a great place to get started.
Okay.
But I want to show you something that's going to mess with your mind just a little bit.
All right. It's a little early in the morning for that, but I think I can handle it.
Now, do you see what I just did here? I created a prompt. Okay. It's all
Okay.
about the question. It's like making a deal with the devil. I'm not trying to make a religious reference, but I mean every word
Mhm.
matters. So I could rewrite this a dozen different ways, and our tool does a lot of this for you in the background. I'll show it to you in just a sec.
Okay.
Okay, but I'm going to take what I just had there from the social media post from that Word document I just showed you,
Mhm. Mhm.
and I'm just going to ask it to rewrite it.
Right.
Rewrite it in a fun, upbeat, professional tone, targeting young executives with teenagers. Think about
Wow.
that for a sec.
Wow.
Boom. Here it starts coming.
That's crazy.
Oh, it gets crazier.
And you can
Check this
specify
out.
all different demographics.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I can pull demographics. Up here, what I was doing, look at this.
Mm-hmm.
I was playing with this the other day. I said to it, okay, I asked it to read a website and summarize our value proposition. Boom, one paragraph. Mission statement, one paragraph,
Mm-hmm.
2 seconds. And then watch this. This will blow your mind. I don't know how many of you are out there, that are with Travel Leaders Network, but they have the agent profiler system. Just about all your consortiums have something similar, okay?
Sure. Right. Right.
And on your consumer website, that's oftentimes provided by your host, we have an award-winning platform for you. The About Us page is one of the least utilized pages. Bill, I think you can explain why the About Us page is so important.
Yeah, I mean, your About Us page tells, when you get to someone's website, I know the first thing I want to know is that they're a human being. So even just having an About Us page that just kind of tells you, hey, my favorite color is purple and I have the cutest cat in the world, but I sell travel, you know, like
Mm-hmm.
just knowing that someone's a human being, number one. Number two, I mean, local optimization, I could talk about that for hours,
All day.
but
And
just
she does.
making sure
We
that,
do
you know,
training on these.
yeah, making sure that you're using your location for your advantage.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you live in a rural area, imagine, you know, there's probably not that many people that are travel agents out there. So
Sure.
use that to your advantage. And my main thing is just, you know, people understanding that you're a human being. There's a human behind the screen personally for me.
And
Yep.
that's the beauty of it. So like, for example, you've got your agent profile here, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's great. It's a lot of information, but shouldn't this information resonate on your About Us page to create some congruity and cross-validation, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we came up with a prompt here, create an About Us page for an experienced agent whose detailed information includes certificates and specialties and is available on this web page. And well, bam, here it
Wow.
comes. Say continue. I want it to be a little longer. Rewrite it to include a list of her certifications. Here it is. Okay. Rewrite in the first person. Did
Wow.
you see that? Doug, one of the most important things in marketing right now is the traditional we love you messaging of business has turned into I. So first person matters. So maybe I don't like that tone. Maybe I want to target it to a different location. So I said, hey, grab me some demographics and now target that verbiage to these people.
Wow.
And they can rewrite this and rewrite it again. My point here is that I don't want a machine doing the work for you. But today I need to write a blog outline about using can you see that? Write a blog outline using AI in real time.
Right.
Retail travel promotion. Did you see this go by? Did you see this happen? Now, Doug, you've been in this business longer than I have. Seriously, I challenge you right now, go down through this list
Mm-hmm.
and tell me it's terrible. On a scale of 0 to 10, 10 being written by Hemingway, I'd give this a 6, 7 anyhow.
Yeah,
8.
absolutely.
You know, so much of the time I spend writing for my agents, I'm just trying to figure out what do they need to know out of 100 things. This here boils it down. And now this gives me an opportunity to go back and go, you know, number 3 interests me, right? The
Mm-hmm.
using AI for personalized travel recommendations, which I'm going to show you in a sec. But
Okay,
watch
cool.
this. You see the prompt down there? Expand on Roman numeral 3.
Oh.
And now,
Wow.
here it comes breaking it out. So now, you know all those listicles we love, those cheesy listicles? Yeah, those are going to be coming in waves now, okay? So the consumer is going to have to become more discerning, and the travel agent is going to have to use these tools to even be on par. Let me show you why. Show. I want to read this. Show 2 itineraries suited to 50-year-old retirees wanting to visit coastal California. Notice the spelling error. I did that on purpose. Give 2 specific examples.
Right. Oh my gosh.
Folks, did you hear that? Oh my gosh, from the guy that's been in the business for 50 years. I had to be revived. to say, I don't like this. I can have it expand and expand and expand. So we're going to have consumers come into travel agents going, hey, I already got that figured out, right? So
Yeah,
it's going to be
right.
up to the agents to know what questions to ask. So for example, recommend a point. Recommend a quaint restaurant for day 6 of the first itinerary. See, I'm using relative words.
Gee. Uh-huh. Right.
The Samoa Cookhouse.
That's crazy.
Okay, so folks, ladies and gentlemen, travel agents, young and old, I've got to tell you this. Use this as a tool. Use it as a muse, okay, to ferret out ideas. I do a lot of writing. I take it to my crew, and they go, oh, God, I got to read this again. And they give me feedback, and you know how it is, right? Until you get it
Sure,
right. Well,
absolutely.
now I
I
can do
know.
about 3/4 of that here.
Right. What a huge time savings just to start.
Oops.
Wow. And I imagine along with the itinerary you asked about restaurants, you could say on day 5, suggest a 5-star hotel with water views, whatever the parameters might be.
Yes, you
It'll be
can.
able to do
Now,
that.
here's the
Yeah.
thing. Where does the agent become important?
Mm-hmm.
Let's go way back to the days of Google. Okay. What is the common wisdom? Know your source, right? Just because it
Right.
says it on
Sure.
Google doesn't mean it's right. Know your source.
Right.
One of the problems here is that they can't really know their source. So
Sure.
agents, again, I'll put it to you this way. My mom was an agent for 33 years. Back in the day, that was a brochure rack room, right? And her boss had terrible handwriting, so I redid all the labels and calligraphy. I got 50 cents for a short word and $1 for a long word. It was my first business in 4th grade.
Fourth grade.
Just brochures. So they were a source of information.
Sure.
Over time, we started to get information. Then we had too much information.
Mm-hmm.
And so they went from being a source to being a distiller, a qualifier of that information, a guided, trusted kind of source
Absolutely.
for agents. Now that role is going to become even more important to agents.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So very quickly, I just wanted to show you just one quick thing here.
Sure.
Where did I put it? There it is. Okay. So for example, from our marketing center, we have videos and stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I want to put my now infamous logo on there.
That's great. Wow.
Literally, just drag it and
Mm-hmm.
pop it there. And now I might take this verbiage here and have AI rewrite some versions of it for me. Just like I was doing with the Royal Caribbean prompts.
Mm-hmm.
Now I can keep telling it to do it again and again and again. I can tell it to incorporate keywords. Let's say I'm doing search engine optimization. I'll tell it my keywords are 1, 2, 3, and it'll incorporate in the writing. If I don't like it again, like so again, kind of going back to our marketing center, you can
Mm-hmm.
see how we can grab stuff out of here and go make it our
Sure.
own,
Sure.
make it
Right.
so we don't have duplicate content. So one of the things I love about it is this. A lot of times I've got 5 out of 7 posts I need, and the other 2, I got nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Let it come through and help you out.
Right.
Check this out. I went through, here, let me see. evaluate it for persuasiveness. The revised test could focus more on the benefits of the offer, et cetera. I mean, talk about feedback. This is amazing. Okay.
It's
So what
incredible.
we've started doing, I'm just being cognizant of time, is we
That's
started building a power prompt engine.
Okay.
And we have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of different custom prompts built for the industry. And I'll share those with you guys a little later. I might give it to you for a handout afterwards there, Doug,
Okay,
if
great.
you're interested.
Yeah, absolutely.
And now what we're starting to do is tune prompts. Look at this one. Look up major marketing demographics for this zip code and this area code. For people who drive a 2015 Mustang as their main vehicle, they have an ample budget. They want all this. And man, will it give you some answers. I want to show you one last little trick that
That's
absolutely
crazy.
blew my mind. This is our About Us generator. So if we're with the Travel
Okay.
Leaders Network, I just want to show this to you, just how easy it is.
Mhm.
Here's an agent, grabbed her on random. She's not even with us. Doesn't matter.
Okay.
I'm just going to grab her agent ID,
Okay.
pop it in here and hit enter. I love this. So what it's doing right now is it's actually going out to their website, reading it, understanding it, then bringing it back in as pros. So she's offers a variety of travel options. Well, specialties include ocean cruises, river cruises. Let's see, specialties include ocean cruises, river cruises. You see what I'm saying? It's
I
picking
do,
all this
absolutely.
up. Now, let's say I don't like this at all. I read that and go, well, that's just the most terrible thing I've ever read in my life.
Mm-hmm.
Fine. You now know what terrible looks like. Move on. You can always improve it. Okay. So this would then go automatically onto our websites. Then Bella has a little class on local optimization, and now all of a sudden you're getting clicks from your backyard. That's just one of the tools we're deploying. We're deploying a Facebook generator as well.
Okay.
So that it'll generate hashtags, it'll generate captions, it'll generate posts, it'll even describe images.
Wow.
So at the end of the day, what you have to understand about AI is it's exactly as smart as you are, no smarter. Okay. It learns. It learns. And it's not just machine learning, it's called synaptic learning. So it's not just if this, then that. It's if this, then that, or this. So it can make decisions like our brain can.
Right.
It's learning as it goes. It'll get better as it goes. It's only as good as the prompts you put in. Practice your prompts. Also realize it is an imminent danger to those agents who choose to ignore it. It is an imminent danger to those agents who choose to ignore it. I would argue that there are some agents who got by without the internet, but the vast majority embrace technology on some level. I'm going to encourage you guys to do that here. To get there, if you want to go get a free account, just go to chat.openai.com. You can sign up for free. So again, if it's a threat, then it can be a reward, right?
Right.
The reward is in the derivation, the what you get out of it, what you extract out of it, not the exact words it uses, but rather the ideas and concepts. And Doug, that's what fascinates me so much, is that it understands concepts.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
It's amazing. So, I mean, obviously this is new technology. There's a learning curve with any technology. Are you providing, you provided that prompt sheet. Are you providing any type of training / education about how to utilize this?
Absolutely. So we've been lightly touching on it in some small groups because I didn't want to turn this loose on the masses just yet. Okay. But we're getting ready to do that. But That's roughly your question, right, Doug?
Yeah,
That was roughly
right.
your question.
Yeah.
Are you blown away, completely blown away, or mental
No,
block?
I'm completely blown away because I mean, obviously, I'm one of those newbies to AI. You know, I obviously heard about it, but never, I haven't understood how it applies to the travel industry. Certainly not in this way. So, yeah,
Well,
I'd
let me
say I'm
talk
pretty blown
specifically
away
to
by it.
you and people like you. So I've been doing IT for a long time.
Mhm.
Like I can remember if I was working on my computer, my mom started the vacuum in the other room. My computer, it'd lose everything I'd been working on. It was that delicate, right? My first modem was 300 baud. Doug, I could watch the
Uh-huh.
characters go tick, 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 tick across the
Sure,
screen, right?
sure, right.
And I've been teaching people how to use computers most of my life. If
Yeah.
I could just ask you guys to enjoy the magic trick, it's called the temporary suspension of disbelief. Stop disbelieving in yourself and just talk to the darn thing. I don't like tech. What can I do to use AI with my travel clients?
Yep.
So again, it's learning. It knew what it said before,
Hmm.
and then it's appending those answers to dial into you. So
Wow.
Doug, if I could encourage you and our viewers today to just go in there and play, please play. You're not going to break it. It's not going to explode. It's not going to cost you money. Okay, go in there and type random stuff. Who cares?
Sure, sure.
And you'll get comfortable with it. Then you're going to start asking it some questions. And it's going to give you some answers that you're going to agree with and disagree with. And pretty soon you're going to be having debates and arguments with it. And you're going to forget that it's a machine, because that's what it's supposed to do.
Sure.
So in a nutshell, man, if I could encourage every travel agent in America to spend 10 minutes a week just playing with this
Hmm.
and keep an eye on some of the industry leaders like outsideagents.com and some of the stuff we're going to be deploying for our agents, I think it'd be to everybody's advantage. And I would caution people that there's going to be a bunch of gurus coming out here pretty soon, teaching you, 500 prompts guaranteed to make you $1 million as an agent. And
Right, right.
I want everybody who bought that book to buy that program. Okay. Because there is no simple step to make $1 million. There is no technology that's going to reveal the universe to you or anything like that. What we are going to do is give you tools,
Hmm.
education, and a safe place to go play till you get the hang of it, and then you can run with it. Again, because we have the marketing center with so many resources, articles and videos, resources and tools for you to go get the lay of the land, get your mind right
Yeah.
about what you're doing. And then you can come back on over and smoosh it up in AI and deploy it
Hmm.
with the graphics and packages we have there. Agents are reporting a 70% reduction in the time it takes for them to post now.
I believe that.
And half of those are reporting that they're reinvesting the time. So I'm digging that. I love that.
Oh,
So it's
absolutely.
pretty good stuff. And then finally, content is king on the internet. If you struggle with your
Hmm.
blog posts and whatnot, go in there and ask you to write a blog post on a topic. You'll say, oh, that's not me. Okay. But now you can zhush it up a little bit. Is
Sure.
this plagiarism? Absolutely not. I'm having a conversation. I'm getting
Hmm.
ideas and I'm creating something. Just because my fingers didn't type the actual words
Right.
doesn't mean that I'm stealing from somebody. That
Sure.
seriously, my first week or two looking at this, I was like, I don't do plagiarism. I had to get right with that. And then,
Hmm.
I came to the conclusion that it's a piano. I'm hitting the keys.
Right. Well, you've got my wheels turning about how we can use this for the magazine,
Oh Lord.
um, to develop content and do it in an authentic way where it's not plagiarizing. So yeah,
Doug,
you've
you
got
can
my wheels
upload
turning.
articles you've done previously. Okay,
Hmm.
hey, this is my writing style.
Right.
1, 2, 3, and now write something about something in my style, and it'll try to emulate your sentence structures, vocabulary, and so on.
And at very least, it gives you the basis. You can then edit it. It gives you the basis for the article or the story, whatever, and then you can edit it down as you see fit. But the time savings I'm seeing is just
And
incredible.
then real quick before we wrap up, I did want to share
Yeah,
something with you guys.
absolutely.
If you're still seeing my screen, and I'll share this
Yeah.
with you, Doug, if you you want to hand it out later.
Okay,
But
great.
I jotted down a few ways that an agent can use this. I'm not going to show them all to you, but you can incorporate your ideal client avatar. You know, everybody needs that client avatar nowadays, right? So once you've described it and defined it, you can tell the model about it, and you can tell it to write an ad targeting that avatar. What? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Comment on your comment of that. Hey, is this persuasive? Hey, is this too cheesy? You can get some feedback. Summarize documents, man. You know, how many times have you seen 3 pages of beautiful descriptions of something and 3 pages of beautiful descriptions of something else, and you got to read it, figure out what's different and all that. Have the computer do it for you.
Wow.
And then I'm going to toss out a freebie here that I think is pretty remarkable. I showed it to you a little earlier, but plan itineraries. Be specific. Give examples. Tell it what you need. Come up with 3, 4, 5 itineraries and use them as a client qualification tool. Hey, what do you think about this compared to that? And you can drill down to what they actually want, and it'll take you about 2 minutes, maybe 3. Okay. And then finally, this really blew my mind. In all honesty, this thing went from 10 things to 15 things with a little help from my friend. Okay, AI gave me some extra ones, and the last one that it gave me was it suggested 4 things that I had missed in my Princess Commodore training. It was able to ask me questions that weren't on the training. Huh?
Wow. Yeah, right.
Mind blowing. Bella, did you have something you wanted to chime in with? No? Okay.
No, you guys, you kind of hit the nail on the head with everything. I think with the AI and then with the marketing center, I think that, you know, everyone is set up for a decent amount of success.
Absolutely. And you get out of it what you put into it, folks. You know, blatant sales pitch. My sales pitch, I've been working on this for 20 years, Doug. Goes like this. Sign up, check it out. If you like it, stay. That's the whole thing. Okay,
Yeah,
I let the quality of my product speak for itself. What do you have access to? This giant mentoring session, marketing center, all kinds of mentoring, personal support, artificial intelligence. We've got the tools. What you have to do is check it out. And I encourage you folks with any host, any technology, any new entity or thing that you're going to develop a relationship with, try it first. Okay, so it's going to cost you $21 with me. It might cost you $100 elsewhere. I spent $300 on prompts that were all junk, but at least you can get in there and talk to peers, see what's going on. And then our big claim to fame is I make it easier for you to leave than it was to sign up. You know, I hope that you call me, but you know, if it's time to quit, it's time to quit. You can do it with one click. So I'm not trying to wrangle anybody in, but I want people to see what the potential is for this kind of technology. And I also want to talk to as many people and get as much input from them so I can start designing better and better and better prompts. So at the end of the day, Outside Agents is all about being cutting edge. We're also all about being practical. So I'm not going to ask you to learn calculus to do this. I'm not going to make you run, you know, barefoot through broken glass or anything like that. Come in, check it out. If you like it, it makes sense, stick with it. I tell people that with everything. Never buy a car without test driving it. So with OutsideAgents.com, we make that pretty easy for you.
Excellent. With 8,000 agents strong, you're definitely doing something right.
We're starting to get the hang of it.
All right. Well, this has been fascinating for me. Like I said, it's a new technology that I'm aware of but not familiar with. So this has been great information for me. I'm sure it'll be great information for the agents out there that we'll share it with. I appreciate your time and your knowledge.
Not a problem. And can I make just a quick plug with an email address real quick? If they want a copy of this,
please do.
this Travel Agents Are Dead article about AI. If you want to send an email to chad3@iwantacruise.com and JAX FAX in the subject line, I'll get you a copy of this paper.
That's awesome.
So it's chad3@iwantacruise.com. Subject line, JAX FAX.
Perfect.
And Bella just grimaced a little bit because she knows who's going to be doing that. But no, I'm kidding. But Doug, this has been a blast. I am so glad to have finally seen you for all
Likewise,
these years, man.
likewise. I know, it's been great.
Great. Well, thanks
All right.
again.
Well, thank you again. Appreciate it. Have a great day, y'all.
All right. Thanks. You too.
All right. Take care.